Na we ya wo sampa esi ye ya wata se wate nipa mienu Ghana ni bia wo ya taxi driver e wa abrochire eni wo hu na posifo ate nipa mieni New York posifo na eba amane se wo mate nipa mienu ya efa Ghana ni taxi driver wo United States of America ni wo hu na sa nipa mieni aya Austin Amos ena Nicholas Porter wo mu nyina wo 20 years wo mu anu wo mu de wo mu koma posifo se wo wura ni wo ni yaka ho ya taji wo nim se wo mu akabo mu edin samone em wo mu ase kumnipa se wiade enti sa asemi eye New York Police Department ena de asemi ya betuja
Ara minim si wo hu video ni bia se MONTIE ni wo mu atwahye papa iso bra wo di o machi na wo hwe blue na wo de man no na wo tutu ye no da form cheso o hwe form ni ti hwe form na still o mu gunu su di ni mpam rosa ni na ko pe bibia ba be di yo
areho sabe weja na yire ne ne maya ya se aduma awo ye efie ya se udru ekurom na ye to hene fo mo awu misa se motu me ko pe bibia be di
oh za kwabran se we kra nya efie ye kra I mean say aduma de
aduma satas de
am so se kwam okro mi aduma mo aduma no mo ye nti de se sini wanye aduma unidi we de okwa ko pe bibia ba be di na
atugu no so
so if BOG had not intervened, inflation would have been 100%. Head of University of Ghana Economics Department. Head of Economics Department at the University of Ghana, William Boateng, has commended the Bank of Ghana, BOG, for its swift approach to increase the policy rate by 300 basis points to 22% after an emergency monetary policy committee. Nya yesi openi kani kwabna.
Yo, wapeni ya tresa se Bank of Ghana fwa memua enkaya nti asem den kasa abre ye nyina ye nseguyeti na wowura ya wokase wo ye head economics department ya ewo University of Ghana William Boateng and wo Bank of Ghana fwa baso se wo mukoye emergency meeting wiye na ntempa wode ani jesem abetu jase policy rate wo mo pagya de ko 22% wa bra wo mu wi emergency monetary policy committee meeting no sade be ya obi an kwaso akwa akwagyebosia ukwa nsihu e wo ho ninti ebe push ukura back untumi nkwa kwagyebosia na sade ya wo mu aye no owura no kire se eye pa.
Upper West NPP executives were saying threats to boycott Akufo-Addo's tour. The Upper West executives of the New Patriotic Party NPP have rescinded their threat to boycott all activities of President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo's tour of the region, which is scheduled for Monday, 22nd August 2022. Now, this decision follows consultations with the Upper West Regional Minister, Dr. Hafiz bin Sali, and other party stakeholders.
MPP amanyo konkurabata womuwo Upper West. Esi ejiraya se mampeni Nana Addo Akufo-Addo ewurade ya adomo ejuada wo besa probo bi aso wo ho na wo mu ye se wo mu nko mampeni no amese nko na probo wi a wonsa nko Upper West executives eye MPP amanyoko en wo mu eka ye se mampeni a probo a wode beba ho no mo edajuada August de to so aduonu mienu no wo mu nko na se ejinasie na wo mu siye no wo mu atwe asan esanse ensiamudia bi akoso ya Upper West Regional Minister Dr. Hafiz bin Sali and party stakeholders ya wodo and wo mu nyina asia tonjene ho enti mampeni aprobo no se urade ya adom na ajuada wo betura wo mu beko kanede ne de wo mu atwe asan.
NABCO workers demonstrate to demand 10 months unpaid allowances. Now, some workers under the Nation Builders Corps, NABCO, hit the street of Accra to demand the payment of their 10 months unpaid allowances. The beneficiaries, whose program will end in September after it was extended by the government for a year, complained that life has become unbearable due to the worsening economic conditions. In a protest, the beneficiaries appealed to government to make funds available to the Secretariat for onward disbursement.
Na enkofo ya wo mu kase Womuna yefre wonum se Nation Builders Corps. Na sa Nation Builders Corps yenra ana womu ahete enkrahanum sei. Womu ya wayekire adaya abusumi dunie aketua abaya so de bema womu no wonfa ma wonum enti ne womu ya wayekire. NABCO ye urade ya adom aye August na aka kakra na ekọ na wie enti September kna na womu awie womu sa akofie na ade no kura ekọ na wie ye no na abaya so de afe ba akọ aka ho nti womu nkọ womu akọ adwuma abusumi du 10 month nie na Ghana ha uye adwuma kura je akatua wasetere mu tesai na sempo anka prempo wonsanka bia abusumi du ama asetere mu ayete ama wonum pa enti na nra wote wangu monte so a na waye kire.
U.S. court throws out $165 million judgment debt case against UG, that's University of Ghana. The United States Southern District Court of New York has thrown out a judgment debt case brought before it by ACE, American Insurance Company, known as Tube, against the University of Ghana. Now, Tube had sued the premier university to enforce a $165 million judgment debt over the termination of the Africa Integras deal.
Na a United States of America, womu court kasia baako ana asemi wabo atu egwe. Watrase United States Southern District Court wa ewo New York. Ana ekuo bi di womu asem koda womu. Yefro onum se ACE American Insurance Company. Ubetumi kura afre onum se cham. Na sa tobu foi womu the University of Ghana ena court wo womu du womu koye no womu katira court no se na dawroma won say University of Ghana na won tua $165 million sem patesika ma wonum esanso womu contract bi a womu temu Africa Integral deals no na so court no say no way say sika we mun deserve so de bema monti asem no womu abato agu
see among judgment debt akopia abrochimi amaboegu. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah. $265 kaninya call as judgment debt.
Court no dia ya omo mfa wo masem dia nya.
I see.
Yeah, omo dia asem omo di no fenchem.
Yemfa ne atwa so kra wo stories ye di akotino news online portal si na yenko de bon krata no so eni mu nsem no. Data Bank and Black Star Brokerage not advisors to government. Finance Ministry dismisses social media report. The Ministry of Finance has dismissed social media report that Data Bank and Black Star Brokerage linked to Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta and the Minister of State are the Finance Ministry, Charles Edouboahin, were handpicked by Finance Ministry and the Bank of Ghana to act as bond market specialist for government bond issuance, hence benefiting from those transactions. In a statement, the ministry said it is incorrect the claim that these two firms have been appointed as advisors to the Ministry of Finance, MOF.
Ononyamfo Ken Ofori-Atta and wade krate ye pia bonte na Data Bank and Black Star Brokerage and watches womunya advisors yo emfa maban na asem ni Minister of Finance ye hu report bi enam social media so a kasa de fa Data Bank and Black Star Brokerage ho na sa dumekuo mieni Data Bank ne ya Finance Minister wononyamfo Ken Ofori-Atta ne dia na Black Star Brokerage no so Minister of State at the Finance Ministry Charles Edouboahin no so dia and wo mutasa sa kuo mieni and wo makọ wo ntuma abom aba kwatebosi a wo na di anim negotiators na ho profit ni wo ate egom kotokuom na no watre sa nsam no a enam social media so ankofo eka no incorrect tre Mwaka tiano. Incorrect. Mwaka edi atiano kakra trese. Womu enye advisors and former Minister of Finance. Na overkwesem fence you have.
Eno ani midasi.
MONTIE na mansanya so adawuro kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Broke my heart. I saw how much Ghana owes, but I also found that apparently the Minister of Finance's company or former company is a transaction advisor to the monies we borrow. So as Ghana gets poorer, the Minister of Finance's company or former company gets richer. Is this what we want to continue in this country? Do we want to re-elect people into office, give them their pay and their perks, and then allow them and their friends and their companies or their former companies to be the very beneficiaries of the woes of our country? This is not only about the Minister of Finance. This is about Parliament. Parliament, you must be ashamed of yourself. You have failed the people of Ghana. Because I don't think from the time of Nkrumah to date, whoever is the Minister of Finance should be benefiting every time our country goes to borrow money. Is that what happened under everybody in this country? What precedent are we setting? Yesterday when I read the report, I was so broken. And I was like, do people know this? So I called 4 different people. Some in civil society, some in government, some in the former government. And they said, oh, but this is general knowledge. And I'm like, it's general knowledge and Parliament thinks it's okay. So whoever wins the next election will also set up their own companies and be the transaction advisors when we go and take a loan. What is wrong with us as a people? So the person's motive for even going for a loan for me now is not clear. Because every time we take a loan, their company makes money. Does this make sense to us as a people? Look, we have leaders of industry, some who have been, deprived of their finances. And in the meantime, the people who are sitting in power are stealing us blind. And all people can tell me is, oh, but this is general knowledge. And then Jimmy and Kwasi Asem na ekosi okrome. What a shame. What a damn shame. When they are out of power, will they want whoever comes into power to repeat what they are doing? This is not NDC MPP. Parliamentarians, you are supposed to help us protect the public purse. You can't just go and sit there and vote, I am MPP, I am NDC. Vote your conscience and vote your constituency.
What are you expecting the MPs to do?
The MPs? But you cannot become the transaction advisor for going to take loans when you are the Minister of Finance. How is that possible? They are the legislators. If they won't speak up about it for the whole country, but for me taking time to read this much over the weekend and yesterday, I wouldn't know the details of this. So now go and bring all the loans we have taken and show us all the transaction advisors and see whether they have links to the presidency or the people who are the ministers or the people who are in legislature. Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Right, so wakwesi chida kwa asem number 1 to 5 say wenyan ntia na wakenkan say ebere bia Ghana ye bekọ busia bo bia no ye ba akọje busia bia no eye Uraki no Furiata ni former company enya mfaso esan say wo no me transaction advisors wo no mutu ye fo say okay well busia we be bo Ghana ye nkọje busia we be say omudi enim ni akọje busia enti wo mkwa ni former company data bank wo so munya eso mfaso ode subo no di bi ebo ye mrahebedwafo say enti mrahebedwafo munim sade muti ho na maye hwe han ena mo hwe na Ghana no krese yes nti se yakobusia bo bia opani enya mfaso sana nsise ne tie okobusia mu asi o na wo efi no ate sase mu unim ade ekoso sa pepepe ebi kra se bra na ora Dr. Kwabena Dufuo so ye finance peters yakoje busia na ekoto ni company eye Unibank ni ade sa na bi kan nsem ne bebri anope ya ni honorable Richard Champion hye nkomo ya ase mrasebejeni ogina ma Bia East osanse a member finance committee oyem mrasebejeni ntie musa no asemi dien eno betim di aboa honorable yada ase mu akwa baba ni TFM so empomwe ya hoye pa da ase so ebusa na enkomo ina na me chiechie mu yi minim se bia wate ni akosi chie da kwa nsem a wokan wate ni oka about say wakenkan ehu se sa na Ghana bre bia e bekọ busia bo bia no Uraken of Fuyata ni former company. Womunya mfaswo. Mfaswo ekogu omonso accountum. Enti busia ya burugu nyina no sa na wo nso no wo share wom. Na obusie mu krasi o na sa de we na se we nya ade foforo. Ya ade wo honom se obi enim. Enti wo efi no wate, efi no wakenkan. Eno ade subo no bi di bo ye legislators mu a yeyi mu se munyina ya na mu mrahye badwem se enti munim sa ade we sa ade papa ma Ghana beboa Ghana de na wo kafa asem ya okan
Many of my dogs na mention a tearful. Then sir being interview or grant to GTV. And let me say offer out about the support the call from the minority. No? I think it is in order. One would have expected, say, that kind of call now, but in terms of a bad name. But I say it's better late than never. Now, the minute to my kind of say, it's very issue, no? Public knowledge. Minority, you can't want them from the one, ABCD. He is not the first time, that's me, but up.
Dear Potin, na maka wasem from day one. Dear Potin, asem dear Potin, mumudiano.
Even bonds are about we buy any international market that fund since 2017. I won't say, yeah, you demanded for the prospectus. When you prospectus now, when you the detail of the arrangers, the book runners, and all those people who are transaction advisors, including the legal team and all that. I'm a data bank. That's company. I want to know you say the deputy finance and the minister of state. Dubois India. Or more a part of the process. I'm a review who issues from the one. The majority proponent among minority no the I can say there's a potential conflict of interest in them. Crisis were raising, you know. Explanation by finance minister now resign at the data bank. It's one result to data bank now. Who they see a minority, you can't trust them. Anything no. Only necessarily a bank, you know. Our interest, our bank, you know. The shareholding structure and all that. It's a better finance minister, not at the bank. Yet transaction on behalf of the state, not more beneficiary. There's a potential conflict of interest in there. But media no unsupported this call. It's a minority resist. No any platform in Yanato. Not state institutions, Yoko, Shrike, and then Office of Special Prosecutor among picking this matter up to investigate further. Not say Obi ever study brave about before a minority. I don't get it. Because you see Ghana for them.
But Osi MP so one can minority you. Osi mrashe bejafo.
Me them let me tell you to MPs because we know the kind of politics we do in this country. A majority no party one them a very difficult for them to raise these issues openly. You know. Any idea we want to sleep on this matter. Naminia Abawaje. Honorable Teresa Winnie this year less than 2 months ago. MP for Kakwe no. And decide this very question on the floor of the house. Honorable Suhini, MP for Tamale no. Also beside the same question. I'm a supplementary question crab by 10. So far, I am finance minister and the company no. Paying or benefiting from all the euro bonds I issued on my since 2017. The presiding officer, second deputy speaker, disallowed that very question. The question, the main question, no, doesn't relate to the minister as a person. Remember, I know any other question on silent or also the separate question. The media was there. So the question is, what did the media also do when this issue came up? Argument, the Minister of Finance, and Ramatiso Maishu said to me, They have a process of selecting the book runner and then transaction advisors and all that, and automatic.
Mm-hmm.
If the companies are qualifying, and I'm pick you more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, finance minister, not a private person, so the company, our good standing. That's why I say you many years. And now the head of the ministry, clearly, you see that there's a potential conflict of interest.
But young Claire Honmi, so no credit. I mean, send your more canom chess. Ya Ghana, your review Hanum say in Parliament, Moan Casa, and I'm pass ye. Public Financial Management, PFM, Section 58. In Shishano or Honum, Quan Faso, ye, Omo Wamobeye, Niomo friend primary dealers, PDs, NIA, BMS, and bond market specialists. No, and T. Ayadia Ghana, and Rasebeja for one way, Samra, Munim Senior Shishanity. Processing automatic, send your okay, said, and the company no went through that process. No, so munya.
Obi a wajma se this document bi ano one on take embrase and I said in some I can no on pese oba appreciate the fact of the matter. Ghana mrakura na also factor out there. So we are Minister of State and I'm a member of Parliament. Now a transaction and the issue brought before you, not the over interest in that matter. You need to declare your interest. When we are voting on that matter, you abstain from that vote. You don't take part in that process because we have an interest in that matter. On the conflict of interest, you know. Majority is there. It is a system automatic. Not a company, not company near what you have to declare your interest. It is also fair. Can you not make a finance minister? I'm free to go. I'm a finance minister. Now my company, and I benefited from this transaction. It doesn't matter if automatic, you know. There's no way I say me participating in this deal because I'm currency bond. No, then I'm a finance minister. Negotiation me now, I'm a part of the process. And the other than the company started contesting with other companies.
Ne krata no de buy no point 10 ministry krata no mamen kan etie for. Additionally, both Ken Oforiatta and Charles Edubuahin are no longer involved in any way with the day-to-day operations of either Data Bank or Blackstar. Mr. Edubuahin resigned from the board and from management of Blackstar back in January 2017 immediately after he was nominated by the president as one of his deputy ministers for finance. He also transferred his shares in the company to a holding company on assumption of public office. Mr. Oforiatta resigned as executive chair of Data Bank in August 2012 and resigned from all the Data Bank boards in February 2014. This
statement is very shameful from the Minister of Finance. Very, very shameful. And they telling us after that time paying for 1 year finance minister would they go back to their companies? Would they go back? Benefit a company and benefiting and some more. It's very shameful for the Minister of Finance to write this piece to us. Because there's a potential conflict of interest. As simple as that. Company I mean I'm a person company in not to support to company no I'm not foreign here. In my retirement from public service, no can't I go back and work for the company? I know the point. Look at Enterprise Ghana, a higher insurance company. And the right is well, all the settings which is a
company. Why?
Finance minister there.
Rakin Oforiatta.
Yes. Question new bank or my Roman bank or my and the right is Enterprise Ghana. From the settings switches, insurance company and Enterprise Ghana. Honestly. It's a social society organization. Certain switches are it was a mandate to investigate this matter and prosecute people. No, you are raising this issue. They must pick this matter, investigate it, and if there are any item of truth, they have to follow it through. There was a conflict of interest matter in there.
So who can about conflict?
To raise this matter, And we've raised this matter since 2017. It's really maybe a project that one or what happened when you had this information.
But now, okay, Senator, because we raising conflict of interest issue, who is about the media? What about public institutions? Be to say Shraj. Say na same way here. Are you not surprised? Say up to date. I mean, maybe I've seen Shraj in here. Empokra Office of Special Prosecutor didn't be on Munya.
Media now, I'm listening to more about say. So they are Kenyan upon a Montie here. Just 2 months ago, no, 2 members of parliament decided this question on the floor. The media was there. But what you here? After that,
Na media, any uncover, the answer. Then I say,
media is discussing. I'm one even a move on Montie here. So you could turn here, that's on here, social process on here. More now, most of them broadcasting it to know. Some don't hear better. Young person better, no so better. But what you say?
Oh, but I in common see a DDBR media show, a DDBU.
I see you know, you can't. If a job over they need a complainant before they act. What about special prosecutor?
Mm-hmm.
What about Yoko? Just this week, Bank of Ghana made Yoko 10 million Ghana cedis to investigate the collapse of some of the banks.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Bank of Ghana amount 10 million to do this work for it. Not that there are issues surrounding this financial malfeasance, malpractices, potential conflict of interest in the financial sector. And some you contract someone with their positive now, and we petition one now. I think the church institutions must take off their political lenses and wait because they are paid for it.
And it's almost one more boy, bro. A bansa.
Because appointing authority no Muslim issues to up to the sense that yeah, these some questions I will flaw the none other supplementary budget debate here and media review. On about go studied before the finance minister said when I collapse this economy to resign now so far the can send or benefited every other transactions are one undertaking. Who picked this matter up? We pass the law. We don't implement the law. Parliament is not a police station. Anything else is to act upon any information that Parliament will come out with. So if the decision go to sleep, then we have a problem.
I see. But where the Anya say be a NDC MPP, but Mimusa, because Nya can commodino. Ebisa sa adie senya won kaso enye adefufuru biasa. Na bra kra NDC wa ban mu na se ekobosia gba sika no kra no sa time no Dr. Kwabnadufuo na finance minister kotoni bank Unibank mu kra nsa na Ghana yensa kesika no so ade a NDC for ye MPP for ye amanyofo kwan amode e fa so ani se ne no rakwesi che da kwa kan
na the for there tax fee ne anka modikio na beti o man dey mebo I don't know yanka tere so ya for social media man so. What is wrong is wrong. There's no basis to say we will repeat the cost. If you don't see for advance the argument, it's neither here nor there. What is wrong is wrong. If it was wrong yesterday, it's wrong today. There is really a wrong there. Not up. You say wrong now, but let's deal with it. Because we are developing, we are moving forward.
Yakwa enim din komo isi memusa kwan ben na susu se ye ese faso na saade we ye mejai ye yifi onum sisi a ye din komo ya ba to dwa ya no pe ye kan me ye sure say maybe fine aben komodi amafo bebre choma dia na sese ye yas on mine na ye masade we kra tutwa
emra wo ho and then the panel to a ye di tumi ashomo must act with their conscience. What you say? Bible property or name in our fine. Let me give you a typical example.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, a similar issue came up. Not going to I think Eurobond. You the transaction advisors or not. Not data bank. We read this issue. So the kaya. And my data bank actually a letter publicly. And yes, sir, they withdrawn from the transaction. They're not going to lead it any longer. This will powerful and yet this is the first time. Just go to the net and find out. Data Bank wrote publicly and then withdrew from the transaction. Yes, yeah, because the public was speaking against their involvement. If the finance minister know and say, or hear what is right before God and before humanity.
Okay. So now the main issue here is the conflict of interest. On the part of
potential conflict of interest.
All right. Yeah, that's honorable. The file back on. Near cost is here. Fan CD depreciation, inflation, baby, and nami. This week, announcement has come from the Central Bank, Bank of Ghana. Policy rate almost PGM 22%. Kwanya na mo aye me France Bank of Ghana monetary MPC for year 2. Office yes e betimi aboa. E chance bi kra se sa de we so wo ma anya kra bi a inflation kra bi anka be ko nya de ketwa. Enti uhuni sen
Bank of Ghana policy rate increase about 10% or 300 basis points. Some of us, they say, I need any positive results. The year, they can't understand. Who increase the interest rate? In the sense that there's some liquidity in the system. It's a woman for liquidity. It's the kind of what you say. Who better upon your appetite to invest in treasury bills and other securities. So, amount for any interest rate for $2 up or do and all that. But we need to deal with the fundamental issues because they say inflation is saying it's 1.7. Rate to know the quote 22%.
Yeah,
it will be a top treasury bill or negative return. It's the one that a year with treasury bill. Return on it is negative. And the fundamental issues to know a year amount for $1,000 business any part of the mainstream. Nobody's regretting it. The foreign bureaus, the telcos, any other mining companies are purchasing more dollars from the country. They are putting pressure on the city because there's demand for dollars today, and we don't print dollars here. It's also monetary side, What about the fiscal side? The fiscal side is really a government responsibility to manage the fiscal side. One, you raise your revenue and you cut some expenditure to reduce some imports. No import to Ghana, you wait to market, and expenditure, any United to market. Who cut your expenditure, non cut years, you bring contraction to the economy. The economy will not grow, you create unemployment, and you create more problems for yourself. So you need to balance it well. Ghana, how big? Sorry, I saw conference bills of $2 and also no restriction, no ceiling. So wait month for this month, you show identity within a month. Dollar say na beti matter. That free market rate now here come. So people travel from Nigeria, Niger, Burkina, Cote d'Ivoire, come and buy dollar and go. It's your no. Part of Ghana can control this operation. And it's part of the challenges. And to pass the rest in that question, number one, so they can make some gains in this off-radar transaction. They will still be persuaded to do it. We need to deal with the fundamentals. When we are cosmetic, we've done this February and we've come back to square one.
Well, that's honorable. Honorable Richard Champon, a member, the Finance Committee, where Mrashebe Juno Jama, Bia East and pay on the economy. And you need 100.9. Ghana Montie Suno Asio Gwe 0503721744. Wajin Cherno bit media faso and pay now, but there one cratano and pay an FA Yaquenim.
Ghana Montie, Naman Sanyason, at the work of Yaman Woman so Ejiji Tonton Sansain, I will need 100.9 FM.
Akasma we do no watch na no watch abo. Ekia. Yankwe.
Graphic Democrats no ya de animu nsem na tosu mienu no eba na Ghana mampanyin na Nadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Ne fo nyini ada animu ase na wo kasa de tudwa kire mu se ebira so se Ghana for yeta aba no achi esansa aba na omodin ahwe edi sikasam tutuye no agira ne nan so moderator edi amaba asafo no na ekasa yi wasi aban ebira so se free SHS emra na odi aba no obebo modin no aye review be sakraye wo mu wono betimi atua no muntua baabi wo ma esa wofo ni be momumrem na ma ohana no mra se esansa agi sika dodo efie mienu ni aduonu mienu 2022 job fair dwumadie ni penifo so mo hwe animu se enwuma beye 6000 ene bebo ama enkrofo enya bi ayo awei eye asam the graphic democrat transport by
na democrat me de tuasi eye democrat ya friend say Ghanaian Times na Ghanaian Times animu ha no wode aba no wata say Minister of Education ene IT ekuo bi a ye from Tanet Limited wo mo temanso ewo sikasem bi minister ni teso watua sika bi ma wonum wo mo nso tese da bi nya sa na asem no te yama company bi a license yo se onkotu afom agudie wo sa akwayenum Minerals Commission na de asem ya tudwa owura asaki awingo better executive secretary ana wakase watese sambi abewura Ghana hanum se ya nyintumu FGF fo nim ho se customs fo nim ho se wo mo smogre ye en wo mo di aba ba se wo mayimu a sempenimfo anse no ankrampo wonum dawa anya asem papa the bokata ya friend say Ghanaian Times wode ho asem aba
the chronicle the bokata the doctor ya was say adutwumoswafo na hwe omangu masua so mfonyini aba Wachema no se me gallop no miniti mu pobo ni biara ewom dabi me pese ya hwe ne ye no yie enti obi oka ho asem de bibia sie no nipa akronim ne awoka wadi Orua Martin Ayisi ono na Minerals Commission no waye kwanchefo no se kwaye brentu wo Ghana asie atwa to asem obi ankomo no ye ma obi atumi krata se wonkom kotufu magudie ye godu enti se man obi wo mu a ene mu nipa kro no nka na asem be chi na monchene na amra ni nini ye ma obi atumi krata license ben ye dia ma obi enfa license ma obi a enti Minerals Commission for na ekasawei eye the chronicle the bokrata
na tell das party anim ha what the His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawomi amfoni abeto anim say ya wakasa wa maikim wadress asizu ahunu ahun say yes papa ne yakrati ni na nasamu a waka ne say enyo obi na aye bibie sabi aban de enya so opeso o magana fo ahotire wonum na mmomani amamiensa aban yansese bi abanken crisis no waya so obema yesika semu etina ne naso eni ntihwe sika kura wode semu se woni Ghana fo nwa adwene pa enkasa ginesie wansi nanso ya hotonti no wayesa ebra ben yesa wie ya Ghana ensane kokua me yanyina beti free kama atede no ena Russia ne COVID-19 enso bebo omuo eduate anemu yesna bebo nyina ade Dr. Mohammed Bawomi atesa Ghana fo nkama kuma ntumu yem wodina twinkling of an eye economy ne baya kama ema nkofo asetre mu nso atumpon wasan de Dr. Mohammed Bawomi ano a ene alan kojechire mantin fo ne yabeto anim sei eye brothers affairs wo mu ye namfofo pa na wateso wo mu nyina wo mu tina hɔ no ma asomtie MPP amanyo kwanku nimtie ena saa ekukudam nyina omo ese nim kwan Dr. Kwabinadufo ya kane swafo anu wo sesi kasam so enne kura de NDC amanyo ko fragbara sipno wo tirem sayanto no so aba na omaya frankatufo ema NDC amanyo ko no wanu watresa Ghana president fo no yehia technocrat wo mu ayese makosku aroyafo ne ade ne yehia wo mu yehia wo bia wo ye businessman no watumi abedi president ya tani economy no na se ya kasi yeja ade ase saa technocrat wo mu akosku wo mu kuta ho no de a ene ase ya betena mu anie enti yamfama businessman fo no na wo mu betumi attend things around
the statesman democrat ano enso enam ena wo chem se abaguso ye adwuma pa na ese adwuma be no osehwe akwantempo awoduro dede krokro mu ane mieme awodo no a aban so be ye ni mienu dual carriage na aban behwe no aye ne kama pa na aban guso a woyo Amapenye Kufuadu Mfonyini ada statement and nimwese no wakasari tujwa chiremu say. Oh, Emre Pabeba. Gani esika semebeye ye enam kwanswe ye. Eti mudi munya abotire fa mami esan say. Ehye nipa pansam a metutu ne ma ye pa. Wadi Dr. Henry Kwabrako Kofunfonyini abawa no eye EPA kwanchefo. Ana wochim so mohwe kwampon befa so mbekasa. Ebe boma Ghana fo ate asere hu se enwura efin eye ade